Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think everyone has like a high school bully in some sorts. Like I know back when I was in high school, I had myself in high school bully and it was not fun. And before anyone says anything, bullying comes in any way, shape or form. Like I know there's a lot of cyberbullying nowadays since, you know, everyone has access to the internet. Like for God's sakes, I can picture a 9-year-old literally telling me that I'm never gonna be good at a video game and bully me in any way, shape or form. But this was back when I was in high school. And honestly, like when I was in high school, I'm not gonna lie, I looked like this. So you guys are gonna be ready for the story. It's gonna be insane and just get ready for this. And on top of that, make sure you guys join the Discord and Twitch. You know, I stream almost every day and I like hanging out with you guys. Seriously, it makes me get to know you guys more and basically gets our community closer together. Now, anyways, let's get straight into this story. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba and welcome back to another crazy story. So this story starts back, like I said, back in high school. You see, back in high school, remember, I looked like this. So honestly, I wasn't really, let's just say I was woman repellent. That's probably the best way to really put it in this standpoint. And I remember it was like one of my first weeks of high school and I'm not gonna lie, I did not know anything about the school. I wasn't cool in any way. I didn't know many people and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't considered, I guess, normal. But I remember one day specifically, there was a day where my father actually gifted me an Angry Birds t-shirt. Now, if you guys don't know what Angry Birds is, it's basically a game where it's like a bunch of birds flying down, being all angry and stuff and fighting pigs. And let's just say my father gave me a t-shirt that was with my favorite Angry Bird. And that was, of course, the red one because he's the main character. Honestly, if you don't like the main characters in movies, then obviously you're not gonna like the thing in general. Or in games, actually. Funny enough. But going on, I remember when I got that t-shirt, I instantly wanted to wear it. I remember I wore it to sleep and I wore it the next day going to school. So obviously I wore a wrinkled shirt. My advice, don't do that, especially in high school. It's kind of weird. But going on though, I remember I was wearing it at school that day and I was just walking around the hallway. Obviously some of my friends thought it was cool, but in reality, let's be real here, it was an Angry Birds t-shirt. Like yeah, maybe back in 2016, it would maybe be somewhat cool, but realistically, no, this was not the time and age for it. Going on though, I remember me and my friend Justin were walking down the hallway and we were just, you know, going through the hallway, going to our next class and doing the average thing. And then this big dude, I think he was like around like 6'5", walked up to me. And reminder, I was like 5'4" at this time. I was a really short kid. To be honest, I didn't hit my growth spurt until like grade 10, grade 11-ish. So that didn't help me at all. But going on, I remember he walked up to me and I remember looking up kind of scared in a sense because let's be real here, I wasn't really a fighter at the time. And he looked at me and said, "Oh, your shirt looks like garbage. You look like a total loser." And in my head, obviously, I was kind of like sad because, you know, someone's making fun of my Angry Birds t-shirt, bro. Like, what are you doing? And then after that, I saw that his hot girlfriend came up beside him and stuff. And yeah, he had a girlfriend and everything. Whoop-de-doo. He was cooler than me at the time. And at the time, the only thing I could actually do was run away. So that's what I did. I ran away. And funny enough, he started following me and I kind of got freaked out. So I remember I ended up hiding into a classroom. Teacher pulled me in, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Bully walked away. And you guys are probably thinking, okay, when does the whole actual thing happen that's in the title of this video? Me actually getting stuck in the locker. Well, you see, the thing is, you guys know how much I love that Angry Birds t-shirt. I probably mentioned that in the beginning of this video. And the thing about that Angry Birds t-shirt is that I wore it for 3 days damn straight. Yeah, I didn't wash it, nothing. I literally slept in it, woke up in it, and went to school with it. That shirt literally became like my skin. A damn bright red Angry Birds t-shirt. Now, you guys can laugh as much as you want. Honestly, at the time, I guess I got really close to it and connected to it. But going on, and on the third day of me wearing that Angry Birds t-shirt, I am not gonna lie to you guys. It did stink. But not only did it stink, I remember on that third day of me wearing the shirt, I went into class and it was my third class in. And my high school bully was in my class at the time. I remember him looking at me and started laughing saying, "Oh, dude, that shirt's gonna stink, loser." And obviously he was right. The shirt did stink, but I still loved it and I wore it. And I remember looking at him saying, "I don't care. I like my shirt." And I sat down. Yeah, not the best way to confront your bullies, especially when they're right about something. But going on, I remember after class that day, I walked to my locker to go pull out some books for my next class because obviously I had science. And when I had science and I took out my books, I remember the high school bully was right behind me. He was literally sniffing me from behind and saying, "Oh, I was right. Your shirt smells like butt." And then he instantly pushed me into the locker and locked it on me. Yes, he literally pushed me in a locker. Somehow, I think this was illegal, but honestly, he ended up doing it anyway. He pushed me in there and literally locked the door on me, and I was stuck. I was stuck in my own damn locker. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when a stinky t-shirt is in a locker for a long time, it starts to smell. When he locked the locker and walked away, I remember I was stuck in there and I was panicking. I didn't know what to do at the moment. I was kind of just freaking out thinking, okay, do I break the locker? And then I tried slamming into the locker. obviously didn't break, and yeah, it didn't work out. And going on, I was stuck in there for, I want to say, almost maybe 2 hours at most. To be honest, I kind of got to the point where I pulled out my phone hoping I had some sort of data and started watching some movies, funny enough. And to this day, I actually do remember that movie, and it was the Lego movie. Yeah, don't laugh. I know it's weird, but I liked Lego games at the time. What can I say? Anyways, I remember hearing the bell ring after the final class was over, and I saw everyone walking down the hallway. When I saw people walking down the hallway through the slits of my locker, I remember slamming on my locker like there was no tomorrow. My movie was done. The locker was getting stinky, and honestly, I didn't want to be in there anymore. Like, I just literally couldn't handle it. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just kept slamming and slamming and slamming until someone finally came up to my locker. But sadly, the person who came up to my locker was not the person I wanted to show up to my locker, funny enough. Now, you guys are probably thinking, oh, what do you mean? Like, you're literally about to get out. Like, why are you being weird about it? Well, you see, the person that walked up to my locker was my high school crush. Yes, my literal crush. She walked up to my locker and she said, Baba, are you in there? At first, I didn't want to say anything and just pretend it never happened because I recognized her voice right on the dot. But then I started really thinking to myself, do you really want to get saved from your high school crush? So I ended up saying, yeah, I'm kind of stuck in the locker. Can you like maybe like help me out and get a teacher? Trying to sound all cool as if, you know, I was cool. And then the girl said, who did this to you? Like, why are you in there in the first place? At first I said science project, but then I realized that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would I try to suffocate myself in a damn locker? So I ended up saying, I kind of just ended up getting trapped in here, and someone locked the locker thinking it was for safety reasons. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I was nervous. I didn't know what to really say. And to be honest, I didn't want to tell my high school crush that I was getting bullied in school, because what kind of kid gets bullied in school? At least that's what I thought at the time. Going on though, I remember I was, you know, kind of freaking out, and she went to go get a teacher. In my mind, I was thinking, okay, how am I going to explain this to a damn teacher? Because obviously it's not going to go easy for anyone. The teacher came and she tried to unlock my locker. I told her my combination, and when the locker opened, I can just tell both my teacher and my high school crush had the most biggest whiff of smelling my stinky Angry Birds t-shirt. Like, I'm not joking. If this wasn't Minecraft, you could see the Minecraft particles of the stinky air coming out. Like, it was that bad. I remember them looking away and then looking back into the locker thinking, what were you doing in the locker? And then my teacher actually did end up asking me, Baba, why are we in the locker? At first, I didn't really say anything and I kind of just kept quiet. But then I saw my high school bully kind of just in the background looking at me and kind of just laughing and pointing at me. And I literally just pointed back at him saying, he did it to me. He did this. As if I was, you know, in a courtroom acting all cool. And then everyone looked at him, and after that he ended up yelling, oh, you're such a snitch, Baba. And he ran. He literally ran out of the school, and it was after school anyway, so teachers can't really do anything about it yet. But honestly, after that day, I remember I got my clothes in my bag, and I actually ended up having an extra shirt that I usually changed for gym class that day. I went to the nearest bathroom, changed my shirt into just a simple black one, and I walked out. But when I walked out, I remember as I was walking down the hallway, my high school crush came up behind me. She put her hand on my shoulder and she said, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? At first I was kind of just like, oh great, like she's gonna put a pity party on me. But then she looked at me and said, hey, like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like being bullied in school sucks, but honestly I think you're pretty cool, and honestly I like Angry Birds too. In my mind I thought this was absolutely BS. There's no way this girl actually plays Angry Birds. I know every bird including the black bomber bird, and he's epic. I didn't say that because obviously that's cringy, but obviously I guess, you know, we started walking down the hallway and she started talking about how she used to play Angry Birds when she was younger, like me. And from there on we ended up having a somewhat of a cool connection. Now obviously the high school bully did end up getting in trouble. I think he got like suspended for a couple days. But at the end of the day, honestly, the lesson behind this whole storyline is if you get bullied, stand up to your bullies and don't be afraid to be honest about it. Seriously, if someone's picking on you, you have full rights to pick on them back and handle things your way. Or you can actually go seek help. Honestly, seeking help also is a good idea, but honestly, don't be afraid to stand up for your own things. Anyways, guys, that is basically it for the story. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. And like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories.